Everybody, and welcome to the Week 3 recaps for the Premier Ball Division of the Self Co Draft Association. My name Spades as usual, and as usual, Chad, aka Solanor. Oh wait, I got that backwards.
It up.
God damn it! I got the retake. How about you introduce yourself? That
don't
works
do a
too.
retake. Leave it. Yeah, you all know me, your boy Solanor, aka Chad, and yeah, I am glad to talk about week 3. Week 3 is a pretty pivotal week for 8-week seasons. So
yeah, we can really see the 3-0 teams start to flesh out. There's quite a few of them, so.
yeah, lots to talk about. Thanks, Yoram. I've been growing out this mustache for like 2 months now, so yeah, we're on it. We're on it. I appreciate the kind
The goal
words.
is he's going to keep it for the rest of the season.
I'll probably just keep it, not even for like a set.
Are you gonna
time
groom
period.
it, or is it just gonna stay?
I do groom it. Yeah,
Oh,
I trim it. I trim it and take care of it. I use mustache wax and have like a face wash that I use that is good for it. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep growing it out. The only person who's ever told me that they don't like the way it looks is Bardo, and I think that Bardo was just being a hater. I don't think he actually dislikes the way it looks.
See,
I think
part of me thinks he can't grow facial hair, and that's probably why he's upset. But who knows? I don't know too much about him. But what I do know a lot about is Premier Ball.
wow, what a good segue.
That was a really good one. Anyways, we have a very action-packed match of the week here. It was a real banger.
Yeah, this was a banger matchup.
Super good matchup. So let's go ahead and just click this other button to go to the screen for the match of the week. This is Premier Ball White Division between J McG and the Houston Reggie Rocks. There we go. I remembered that. On the left, DJS and his Tentacruel Pirates on the right. Dragapult and Haxorus leading the way. Two Dragon types. Sonar matchups. Opening.
Yeah, so I'm seeing a Colossal on Jay's behalf, and that has me very intrigued. Yeah, this was a very interesting set. Expert Belt is interesting. Typically on these Colossals, you'll see like a absorb bulb or a weakness policy to kind of try to take advantage of play synergistically with Colossal's ability. With Steam Engine and stuff. So you could potentially see that here with Dragapult. There may be a chance that Dragapult is still trying to surf Colossal, but kind of hard to tell. You have Keys and Rabska. Both can set up Trick Room because of the new Klefki buff, and then Klefki obviously has the Light Clay, so it's looking to be a annoying screen set. And then you just have a fast offensive damage dealer with Barraskewda and a slow one with King Gambit. So overall, some pretty strong stuff from Jay's behalf, and I'm really excited to see what the fuck he does with Colossal and why it's here.
Oh boy, I thought we were done talking about Colossal last gen, but now here it is again, and the discussions come about. Well, it goes up against the Toadscroll Annihilate concoction from DJS here, to put it lightly.
I don't know if Toadstool is the main man here, or Annihilate even.
Well, he does have 4 other mons in this team that could be the main. You don't really know with DJS. He's kind of mixed it up each week, so let's see what he chooses to go with this week. But anyways, let's move along, shall we?
Bro, DJ's got a pretty versatile team, so yeah.
And look at that. I hide what Jay picks so we can all be excited together. Go me.
Yes, good job, Spades. Deserving of all praise.
All right.
Yeah, Jay, your match is the match of the week, man.
Haxorus Morgrim from DJS, and then we see, there it is, the Colossal.
There's the boy. What the fuck is he doing?
Well, he's not eating a berry, as Unnerve will be the ability of choice for the Haxorus.
Probably just looking to maybe protect Colossal, try to get Trick Room up with Klefki. Yeah, pretty easy read there. You have a Trick Room sweeper and you have a Trick Room setter, so Yeah, Morgrim actually goes for fake out into the Colossal, doesn't get it. Probably just a little nervous about what Cole was going to try to go for there, but that does allow Jay to get the free Trick Room up, relatively free Trick Room up.
And Haxorus with the Dragon Dance will boost its attack. The speed will negatively impact him in Trick Room, but the damage output is still relevant.
Yeah, Jay going for a Will-O-Wisp, try to get that Dragon or that Haxorus locked down before it can even start, but doesn't get it because of the protect. And we see something you don't see very often: Swagger on Morgrim. Wonder what this is setting up for. And there it is, the Mirror Herb item. So not only does DJ get to set up confusion on his opponent, but also gets to give Haxorus a +2 attack because of the Mirror Herb proccing. That is awesome tech right there.
You love to see it, and the Klefki hits itself, and Colossal Will-O-Wisps into the protect slot. So good turn for DJS, stalling out a turn of Trick Room. He goes for the parting shot into the Colossal, getting Morgrim safe and getting himself positioned better for this Trick Room. Playing out this Trick Room. So we'll see what he switches into here. It is the Square Pusher or the Corviknight. There we go. I remembered his nicknames.
Yep.
Klefki with the ducks around its head.
Yeah, and it hits itself for the second time in a row. Wonder how many times we're going to see that one. Fortunately, does land the Will-O-Wisp, though, so even though Haxorus is at +3 attack right now, Will-O-Wisp kind of cripples it down a little bit.
Well, it's back to +1 in spirit, so Brick Break will do a chunk. Do a pretty good chunk to Colossal, who is defensively bulky.
Yeah, sizable damage, and also removes any reflect that, revealing that he has it set. He can remove Reflector Light Screen from Klefki, who still hasn't gotten off an attack since setting up Trick Room. So,
no, it's kind of just looked at the ducks and chose the wrong one each time. Trick Room turns are fading as Rabska will be the switch in for Colossal, hopefully hoping to take another Brick Break. I'd take it, but yeah. Corviknight will be switching out into, I don't remember who this was. Oh, it is Morgrim. Never mind. I lied.
Yep.
Round and round it goes. Where does it go?
Yeah, so,
back into Klefki.
third self hit in a row. This is one of the unluckiest Klefkis, but does correctly predict the Brick Break. So Rabska gets to come in for relatively free with a turn of Trick Room left to put on some pressure. Rabska does have decent damage output with solid moveset. So.
Yeah, but honestly, one turn of Trick Room is kind of the tricky part here, for lack of a better term. As really, once this Haxorus gets, or once Trick Room's done, this Haxorus is free reign to just start picking up KOs. Fake out Rabska, just to avoid shenanigans.
Fake out and protect it. That's an interesting play. Fake out plus
and a
protect.
Fourth confusion hit. Oh boy, this Klefki needs to understand what planet it's on. It does not think it's Earth.
Yeah, I don't know if it got confused or concussed. Kind of hard to tell right now. But anyhow,
it's too bloated from the swagger.
Trick Room is over, and now Jay is going to look to get it back up using his Rabska instead of his Klefki this time around. DJ going for it all, trying to get the second swagger off into Klefki, but no more confusion as Klefki finally figures it out.
Good going, Klefki, and we see Rabska taking the Dragon Claw to set back up Trick Room. So another full four turns left of this Trick Room.
Yeah, Reflect and the combination of Reflect and getting the burn on Haxorus really made it so that Jay isn't taking nearly as much damage from +3 Haxorus as he potentially could be. So well done there.
Mm-hmm. And back to this game of stalling out Trick Room as Haxorus will protect for about the 5th time this game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty slow start to the game up to this point. 2 Trick Rooms have already gone up, and not a single mon has been knocked out.
Yeah, it's interesting. With the Haxorus setting up, we would think something was going to die, but no, it's quite the opposite. Nothing is dying. We see what those swaggers were for, though, as the foul play will do more damage into the Klefki, but with Reflect and just being resisted and not having an attack stat, Klefki takes very little. That was a
Yeah.
+4 attack, Klefki.
Yeah, just really good, excellent synergy there from the Morgrim's moveset, being able to boost things attacks, confuse them, and get more damage off with foul play. It's a very interesting set. And yeah, we get a parting shot off, gonna switch in Corviknight back in, yeah. So where have I seen this one before, huh?
Well, the Haxers will take a bit from the Shadow Ball, and it gets KO'd by the Klefki, which
A
we
good stab.
finally have our first KO of the game, and it's a very important one, as that was the most dangerous mon, I think, at least at
Yeah,
the moment.
Haxorus did an excellent job though. It clipped down Colossal and Rabska to low HP to below 50%. So Annihilate is looking to be in a pretty powerful position here, as it might just be able to pick up some clean knockouts.
Shadow Ball into the Annihilate does a lot less than I think a lot of people expected. Oh, but Deagling will also chip at it. Two
I
super
think that
effective attacks and it lived.
Yeah, Rabska did get parting shotted, and as you said, Klefki is not very strong, so makes sense. But Annihilate is really scary once you get attacks off into it, because, boosting up Rage Fist is not something you're actively wanting to do. Why Annihilate is one of the most dangerous mons in the format.
Yeah, and DJS is also boosting his Rage Fist with bulk up on both mons, actually. He's opting to go with that strategy here of getting strong and, well, bulky at the same time physically, which will help versus the King Gambit in the back, but the special attacker is still looming in front of him and Trick Room's still up. He's going to be taking some more damage.
Yep. Yeah, so switching out Klefki, going to be looking to get Colossal back in with at least a turn of Trick Room left, put some pressure on that Corviknight. It's a pretty solid play.
And keep in mind, there has been no terrestrialization this game. Both players still have that option available to them, as Corviknight just says, all right, bulk up.
Yeah, boosting up again. Obviously must not have any significant way to hit Rabska here. Otherwise, I think after the first bulk up, a Brave Bird was definitely in a good position to kill. So could be a telling sign of the kind of Corviknight set we're looking at here.
Or he wanted to stall the last turn of Trick Room with bulk up and then start KOing things, which is the case, and it looks like BJS is in a very good position here with Trick Room off, both mons threatening to pick up KOs. This is
Rabska is
very nightmarish for Jay.
Is not safe here right now, and this is a very telegraphed play, very similar to the one he made at the very start of the game. So unfortunately we'll get taken down by Power Trip, which is it's an interesting move. It's an interesting move. You don't typically see that on Corviknight. Typically see Body Press, but Power Trip makes sense too, right? Like it's still a solid move for Amon, who's trying to boost all of his stats up. So
yeah, King Gambit will be the switch in after the Rabska goes down, looking to make some headway against these bulky monsters in front of him that have used bulk up a number of times.
To Terra Dark here to boost up his Sucker Punch, but this Annihilate is at +1 defense, so it's pretty hard to kill. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't pick up a knockout, because Annihilate is just notoriously bulky with its insane HP stat. So,
let's see, how much does it do? Not enough.
Disaster
is struck as Colossal falls to the Drain Punch. Does Corviknight pick up a KO as well?
It's a pretty rough turn of events.
No, it goes for bulk up again. This Corviknight is very strong.
Not really even threatened by anything anymore, because Colossal was the main source of damage output there. So now no longer having it means that you don't have a super good way of damaging +3 Corviknight.
No, and Jay is on the small outs of moves accidentally missing or moves critting or something. Drain Punch does not KO King Gambit, which is good for him.
Gets a ton of HP back, though, from it.
Yeah. Power Trip into the Clef Key should knock it out, and can King Gambit pull it back?
Yeah, that's a pretty tough ask.
Kowtow Cleave into the Annihilate will not pick up the KO, and yeah.
Annihilate just showing insane amounts of resilience right there. Just an incredibly bulky mon.
Yep.
That's Terra Dark boosted Kowtow Cleave. That is impressive damage output, and Annihilate took it like a champ.
Yep. Annihilate will protect to, not die to the Sucker Punch that's incoming. And can Corviknight clean up the King Gambit and the game? We shall see with this Power Trip.
Going for resisted Power Trip, King Gambit's a little bit bulkier than that, so I imagine that DJ just wanted to get a little bit of lefty's tick so that the Annihilate could just finish off on the last turn. If not, then the Power Trip damage should be enough to alley-oop for a second one.
And he is not allowing this as he just goes for bulk up, so...
Trying to keep his kill differential positive, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we see Power Trip take out the King Gambit. So obviously Jay is gonna have to adjust somehow. King Gambit, despite being a really powerful mon, really didn't provide a whole lot of value in this matchup. So at least in this game one here. So I wonder what he's gonna do to try to adjust.
Yeah. So his special damage is gonna have to show up somehow. Most likely from Colossal. Colossal needs to do a lot more work than Burning. I think, truthfully.
Yeah.
As the issues were whenever you become defensively bulky with the bulk ups, King Gambit's not cutting it. So if he plays, I guess, more into the Colossal, I think he's a better shot against those. But
interesting thing to say in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, just how bulky DJS's team, though. It was a very hard task. But Jay, very good player. See if he can overcome. And for DJS, I think I'm doing the same thing. He's not, but...
Yeah. Oxowave, Armored Bird diff, that is very true. The Armored Bird is insane there. So we get to see the Espathra here on turn one. Espathra is notorious for being really obnoxious in Draft League. So we'll see if Jay can figure out a way to shut that shit down really quickly. Dragapult not in the safest position here at the moment, as Klefki is trying to get a Trick Room up. So Dragapult obviously isn't really wanting to be on the board for that. So,
but you know who wants to be there? Colossal.
Yeah, and here Colossal is. But learning from the last game, I think that we're gonna see we get to see Fake Out into Klefki. Klefki's gonna get flinched, so no Trick Room on this turn, and the Espathra is gonna get a speed boost from its ability.
Yeah, speed boost showing very good utility there. It was for the Dragapult, but now there is the dreaded swagger. How many times will Klefki choose the wrong duck and hit itself?
Yeah, that was 4 times in the last game, so let's see if it can figure it out this time around. Lumina Crash doing not that much damage into Colossal, quite frankly.
But Heatwave doing a nice chunk to both Mons, and here we go, round and round we go. Where does it stop? He chose correctly. The Trick Room goes up.
75% of getting that time. So good job, Klefki. You didn't ruin it this time. So yeah, now you have Espathra at +2 speed under Trick Room. So not an insanely good look for DJ here, but obviously he could look to make a switch or just try to stall the Trick Room out here using Morgrim a little bit. Colossal is looking to be in a decent spot too, even though it has its special attack lowered a little bit.
No, its special defense is lowered a little bit.
Special defense, yeah. That's what I meant.
And here we go. DJS gonna try to stall as much as he can with the parting shot and protect, while Jay on the other side, I think he needs to make good use out of these Trick Room turns. As once it goes down, that's when trouble starts. So.
Also not looking to be in a super strong position at this point because of the parting shot, but
here's the Heat Wave going. Does it hits the Annihilate?
Yeah, pretty minuscule damage.
And can the Klefki also deliver? It can.
Yeah, this is going to be some actual damage into Annihilate. Stab super effective. we'll likely see a nice little chunk there from Klefki. So, yeah, we really need Colossal to step up at this point if we're Jay here. So figure out what he's gonna do.
Yeah, the first turn of Trick Room I think was good. We're clicking buttons and we got good damage on a problem mono last game. We switch out Colossal to reset that special attack drop. Rabska will come in again, another special attacker to combat these bulk ups, as he predicts the Annihilate to protect, and the Klefki. Here we go again.
Yeah, fortunately,
it worked again. Look at that.
Really does get the right move off this time. It looks like the luck first game has turned around a little bit, and yeah, that Lumina Crash is going to do no damage because it is a resisted hit here at this point. So,
I think Jay has two really good turns in Trick Room. That's a good start. Very good start.
Now he has some serious damage output, and this Annihilate is on the wrong end of having used to protect. So, yeah,
here we go. Let's click some buttons. That's the only way to do it.
Button clicking time.
My favorite.
Button clicking time. Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see a switch from DJ's side to try to keep this Annihilate alive and well.
And there it is. Look at that. You called it. Corviknight will be the switch in to take whatever attacks that were going into the Annihilate, which is a Shadow Ball from the Rabska.
Yeah.
We'll take it. It's damage.
All right, Klefki. How lucky are you?
Wow. Klefki made it through. 4 for 4.
I made it through
and
every time this
on
time
the
around.
Espathra as well.
Reveals itself to be Citrus Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lumina Crash, probably into the Rabska again. Gonna do a little bit more because of that special defense drop. And even more later. As we have one more turn of Trick Room.
Yeah, Light Screen paying dividends here. And are we seeing it? We're seeing the fabled double Trick Room play here. So predicting a protector of setup move from his opponent, Jay is going to double Trick Room so that he can reset the Trick Room and get 4 turns back instead of just 1. So incredible play there and a well-placed prediction for Jay to get Trick Room up here and keep his Mons on the winning side of the speed interaction. Very well done there.
Yep, and again, that was kind of the big thing from Game 1, right? Is once Trick Room went down, DJS had the power and he had the speed to kind of steamroll over. But now, Trick Room's back up. So DJS now has to deal with it again. Which, he showed that he can do it, but he is starting to show some cracks in that armor. But Espathra's armor will go back up with the Protect, and the Corviknight will take a Shadow Ball. How much does this one do?
Yeah, pretty much the same as last first one. Yeah, pretty much the same. But yeah, DJ's Mons, a lot of them are starting to get chipped down a little bit. I mean, every single one of his damage dealers are... Oh, and just as I say that, Corviknight roosts back up, but the point still stands.
Yeah, but now this Espathra has protected, and moves can be clicked into that slot safely with a Shadow Ball, and there is a knockout. The first of the match.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the first of this game.
This has been a grindy one.
Yeah, super grindy game. Both coaches really showing some resilience here in this set, what we like to see.
And Corviknight with another bulk up. It is, I think, at +2 of each. I think it used it twice. Regardless, Morgan will be the switch in to replace the Espathra. And yeah, Jay still needs to deal with this Corviknight.
Yeah, gonna need to start dealing some damage here soon because Corviknight is looking to be a little threatening. Does do that though. Colossal is a pretty good damage dealer into Corviknight, so Colossal is at least going to be able to put some pressure on. And yeah, we'll stick a little bit more damage with Shadow Ball. We've seen how much that's been doing, around 1/5 of Corviknight's HP, give or take.
+3, let's go.
DJ getting a little greedy with it.
However, You have 2 turns of Trick Room now with Colossal in play. Oh, it's 1 turn. Sorry, my bad. How? So
Do we know the Corviknight's whole moveset? All we know is Roost, Bulk Up, and Power Trip, right?
Right. So if the last move is Protect or not, I don't remember if we saw that first game or not. I just remember it clicking Bulk Up the whole time.
Yeah, but gonna switch Klefki in for the Rabska. Yeah, gonna switch in the Klefki there. Try to get his special defense boosts back, or get his special defense back at all. And yeah, Colossal's gonna go for a little bit of offense there. So long match. Yes, it is. This, like we said, this is a super grindy match where both coaches are needing to show resilience. And yeah, we get offensive and defensive terror in a sense, because if the last move on Corviknight is body press, then now Colossal's no longer weak to it. But we're getting a terror from DJ's side as well, so we'll see what that's going into.
Probably we are Terra Dark for a stab power trip.
Yeah, also gets rid of his fire weakness too. So 2 smart terras from both of these coaches here.
But how much does this heat wave do? That's the question we're asking ourselves. And it does enough. Yeah.
Doing decent damage.
Yeah.
And Corviknight actually going for Roost there. But he does successfully get Klefki into play here. And so, yeah, Trick Room went away, and guess what's happening? The same play that Jay has done multiple times throughout this set, protecting his damage dealer and setting up Trick Room with his Trick Room setter. I agree with his course of action. I think if you're going to have a hard Trick Room team like this, it's good to have multiple Trick Room setters. That way you can play with more flexibility and just showing his team building skills here.
Yeah, but the difference now is Colossal is in a very comfortable position with the Terrifier active. Trick Room hopefully going back up. As we see Power Trip, does it kill Klefki?
Yeah, I mean, it's a resisted attack, but it is stabbing very strong. And Klefki,
I built up suspense for nothing.
Yeah, all the build up.
Trick Room for the 3rd time has come up. Oh, Reflect was up. That's why it lived, obviously. But now it's down. So, but Colossal is going to be what's going to push Jay this match if he gets there.
Klefki here because you get rid of your fire weakness, but you're giving yourself a fairy weakness. So actually, Morgan going to opt for parting shot into the Klefki as DJ successfully realizes that's the damage dealer into his Corviknight right now. So
because D-Gleam is now super effective, yeah.
So well identified there.
However,
yeah, Colossal is still on the board, and these Terra Fire heat waves they're doing enough damage. They're doing enough. Oh, that's a killer right there for Annihilate.
Baby, burn.
Yeah. That's good stuff. And unfortunately, because of the parting shot, not fun either. But we actually get a weakness policy revealed, further boosting Power Trip's damage.
Something is to die.
Something's getting blown up here, and it looks like Colossal has the misfortune of being on the receiving end. But it's kind of done its job at this point. Mm-hmm. Damage has been dealt to the damage dealers, and
I think Klefki D-Gleam hits everything now for super effective.
It does. Unfortunately, Clef has been parting shotted here, but I think that enough damage has been dealt to where it can finish this game out strong.
Mm-hmm. And we have a Rabska we could switch in to also hit this Corviknight. So, yeah, this is looking like a very comfortable position for Jay. Took a long time to get here, but he
super well done.
This, and yeah, he went through the motions. Flawless execution.
Yeah, super well done in this game.
Well deserved,
Jay. And I mean, matches like this are definitely top candidates for matches of the week. Because
it's a master class of how to use Trick Room and value your resources. And, Annihilate will save itself for one more turn with a Protect. Corviknight, unfortunately, will go down.
Yeah, at this point, Annihilate is not looking super strong. It has been burned by Heat Wave, which is just probably the nail in the coffin for DJ at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, even though Lefties is going to keep it from fainting to burn, it's one attack away, and its damage output just is not quite there at this point. So,
And there's a whole Dragapult in the back in case you
yeah.
in case you weren't aware. All right, we'll
So
fake
going
out the
for fake out.
keys, and
Yep.
Shadow Ball will KO the Annihilate.
Yeah, super well done. Super well done. At this point, Morgrim just doesn't have the damage output to win this game. He would probably need like infinite swagger confusion hits to get out of this one. So
Yeah. Even if Foul Play also raised your opponent's attack 2 stages, I don't think DJS could win.
no. No, I'm not inclined to think so either. So moving on to a game 3 now.
We
And
just
yeah,
need to watch
surprising just to
Morgrim see its fate through the ground as the Earthquake will come up and KO it. So, game 3 now, and if we learned anything, the first 2 games were pretty big grind fests.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Klefki put in massive works for Jay. I think that's the huge takeaway here is that Klefki's damage output is not to be fucked with because Fairy is a good offensive type here. So DJ is going to have to be a little careful of that. And we see the adjustment in the form of Toedscruel because Toedscruel does have stab super effective against Klefki here. So,
And Dragapult Colossal.
yeah, but this Dragapult set, I don't think this is exactly going to be setting up Surf for Steam Engine Colossal here because Surf is not on the moveset.
But it's a fake. It's a very nice deke.
Yeah.
As a flamethrower will come out from the Dragapult, do half damage to the Mushroom Head, and Spore will, put this Dragapult to sleep. So, again, a very slow start to the game. Oh!
We get to see Lumberry, which was the tech
yum.
Well, the tech that's going to keep Dragapult awake here. Flamethrower dealing decent damage. And yeah, Colossal in a little bit of an awkward spot now because it takes damage from super effective damage from Toedscruel, but that's just going to go for a protect here. And we get to see Parting Shot into Clear Body, and a very interesting play on DJ's. And
it does not work, unfortunately, as Clear Body will prevent the switch out as well. So a little bit of a misstep. Jay capitalizes with getting Heat Wave damage on the Morgrim, which you'll take. It's not in the world. You'll take that.
Yeah, always take that. Still looking to be in a pretty decent spot here, but going for Protect on Colossal, I find that fascinating. Wonder what he's looking out for. Maybe a Parting Shot into the Colossal is what he's looking out for here.
Right, but I think that, you're going to... Flamethrower should KO the Toedscruel anyway, so I'm surprised he didn't go for Heat Wave.
Yeah, he switches it out. And just going to get a measly Flamethrower onto the Annihilate now.
Which will take a good amount. Do we see a burn? Nope.
No burn. And Foul Play, even though it's a special Dragapult, this is still stab Foul Play, meaning we're going to get a shit ton of damage on deck here.
And Dragapult still has a very healthy attack stat despite being special. So, yeah, it took a big chunk from that.
Yeah, switching out Pult into Klefki and actually maybe even looking to go for a double switch here. Looks to go for a double switch. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Klefki won't take a whole lot of damage from Foul Play, and Rabsco resists Drain Punch from the Annihilate, so or Quad resists it actually, so this is a solid play.
Yeah, I guess
would have loved to Protect. Yeah, very true. I think that Protect lost you a little bit of momentum on that last turn there, but we'll get to see a potential rebound.
As the Trick Room setters from the previous games have come to play.
We're back.
What does DJS go for? It is a Terra, likely on the Annihilate.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
What type will you be?
Terra.
Electric.
Yeah, Terra Electric. That's
in a shocking turn of events, we have an electric type in this match.
Yeah.
As so going for Parting Shot.
onto Rabska. Unfortunate because Rabska is definitely the best damage into Annihilate at this point. The only one with any ground coverage. So to hit this electric type.
And here comes the Toad Scroll.
Yeah, he's back. Going for Rage Fist and the keys. How much damage does it take? It takes a lot. That's the disclaimer. It takes a shit ton of damage from from Rage Fist.
Yeah, and this Annihilate very well positioned here.
Able to show how much damage it can do when it's not burned. So, yeah, very well. Probably going to try to get Trick Room up here. And we see Terra ground on Rabska, going for an offensive Terra here to try to potentially get some damage into the Annihilate, which is an electric type now. We'll see if Terra ground is going to help him survive any hits here, though, because right now Annihilate is looking pretty strong. Also gets rid of that ghost weakness, too.
Yeah, it's going to hopefully get an Earth Power into the Annihilate, but Rage Fist is going to go its way, and it crits.
That's a brutal crit right there. You already know that with the screens, Rabska was probably going to be able to take that attack really well. And
Earth Power is not going to do nearly as much. Spore into the keys.
Yeah, so Clef Keys is now kind of MIA, and yeah, that's just a really tough crit there, because I bet without it, it probably is able to take maybe 2 Rage Fists. The Rage Fist does get another boost from getting hit from Earth Power, but yeah, at this point, Annihilate is just looking like a big bully, and even Toad Scroll at this point is looking pretty good offensively with Grass Stab into this ground type and
and Earth Power into the steel
Earth Power into the steel type. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, DJ is looking pretty well positioned here, and gonna get rid of both of the TR setters on the board at this point. And yeah, I don't really know how Jay could turn this one around. Dragapult's gonna be really valuable because of its speed tier, but I'm afraid Colossal at this point might not be able to do anything, just because it's looking a little slow at this point.
Yeah, and Dragapult's already damaged pretty heavily, so it's got a lot of weight to pull, as well as his Colossal. Yeah, this looks like a very difficult position for Jay to maneuver past.
And the Toad Scroll just showing to be a really valuable adjustment from DJ's end, right? It was able to stick some spores onto the board, able to deal some super effective damage, able to take some super effective damage. So just a good adjustment overall, a really good showing from Toad Scroll here in this game 3.
You see a Protect from the Toad Scroll. Dragapult goes for Draco Meteor and kills the Annihilate. That's step 1. If there was ever a step 1, that's step 1.
Yeah, it's a good start. Would have been crazy if you had Surf Policy here. Yeah, I definitely inclined to agree, but things play out the way they play out. Your set had been doing pretty well up to this point, but
Morgan is the switch in. That's
a little tough. Dragapult can't hit Morgrim very hard with its stabs being immune and resisted respectfully.
Yeah. We're on Flamethrower crit to have a shot at the game, I think. No, he just goes for Draco. Okay. Well, Draco crit then.
Shooting for the crit.
As Draco Meteor does not get to the KO.
Doesn't get it.
Earth Power into Colossal. That's protecting. Foul play on this Morgrim, likely going into the Dragapult. And this should wrap up the match.
Yeah, I don't think Colossal can take an Earth Power without the support of Light Screen, so probably looking to just see a one-hit KO here. But yeah, overall, really nice adjustment from DJ here with the Toad Scroll. And even in Game 2, the adjustment from going from King Gambit to Dragapult to just like have a bunch of special damage from Jay's end. Overall, just a really nice, really well-played set from these two here, which shows why it was our match of the week. Both sides played really well and proved that they are resilient coaches. So, yeah, very
good set from both. GGs and congrats DJS on hard fought 2-1 victory. Excuse me. And that is the match of the week. We are going to go on to the top moments, as I only wrote moments. Let me fix that real quick. That's not a P. There's a P. All right. Let's get to the fun stuff. The top moments, and then we'll go into the recapping stuff. All right, number 5. Let's go with this. Start us off.
Yeah, so we got Quick versus Oxo here, and we see Gigaton Hammer, the strongest steel type move in the game. Stab super effective into Gardevoir, and it does not pick up an Oko, leaving the Gardevoir on 1 HP without a Focus Sash.
Gardevoir being clutch.
Yeah, super clutch Gardevoir there. I think Oxo mentioned that this was a calc. He did calc this, so but yeah, still just impressive nonetheless. That's really powerful stab damage there. So very nice. Very nice showcase of prep by Oxo.
That's funny. Yeah, super well done with that. All right. Number 4, we've seen this one, but we'll show it again. The double trick room.
Yeah, what a phenomenal play here. Just what a good situational awareness moment from Jay here. Just a fantastic double trick room.
We've seen it elsewhere this season as well, but I think how Jay positioned this game makes this one more worth being a top moment, as we saw from this game when we watched it. So, yeah, well done, Jay. All right, number 3.
Chance to KO, actually. Damn, Oxo was straight up lying in his stream, or in his video.
All right. Number 3, it didn't really do much in the set, but Mirror Herb, new Gen 9 item. Let's activate it. Swagger.
Yeah, pairing it with Swagger is really fun tech, because you're not only debilitating your opponent's mon, but then you also benefit and you get to utilize a new Gen 9 item. I think Swagger plus Mirror Herb of a Prankster mon is a really good showing here. I really like that tech from DJ's behalf. And yeah, I mean, it made it so that Haxorus was able to do damage even when Reflect went up and it got burned. So yeah, honestly, very nice tech there.
All right, number 2. This one's more personal to me because I was on the receiving end here, but this Ursaring set was so cool. It was Guts, Flame Orb with Fling.
Yeah, so not only was it able to use Guts Facade to knock out one of Spades' mon on the previous turn, but then on this turn it flung its Flame Orb into a threatening physical attacker and just really paying dividends right there.
And Didi lived on 5.
Yeah,
I'm still scarred from this game. Not because of that, but from those that have seen it, I'm still scarred.
So Theo really showing how valuable it is for your Guts Mons to have Fling, because you can get rid of a Flame Orb and get even more utility out of your Guts Mon. So honestly, really cool tech there. Really
still
cool
has
show.
Facade, still has the Guts boost. Yeah, very cool. And then number 1, what could possibly be number 1? I think this is the most anticlimactic because everybody knew it when it happened.
Yeah, this is quite an incredible showing here.
Good old Pedons and his Chad Trode, as I'll call it now.
So he's got.
Who cares if my sash is broken? I'll still live on low HP.
Just eats a stab Goldengo attack. Doesn't get hit by a Sableye move, which means that it successfully gets to fire off Mirror Shot and just absolutely blast Goldengo away, who is looking to be a pretty big issue for him throughout the rest of this game too, of this match. So yeah, just an insane trust in his Electrode to live the move, and it lived it, and yeah, it got to be our number 1 highlight for the week. I was really, when I saw this play live, I popped off a little bit because
we were in a VC play. And we just popped off when this happened. All of us there. It was great. So yeah, super good job to Pedons. He takes the set over an undefeated Stranger Danger and has improved himself to 2-1. And boy, the great ball of Electrode. We got to come up with something for Electrode now. That was hype.
Yeah, a couple of honorable mentions that we won't play the clips of, but just deserve to be shouted out. Um, Pat Mack utilized Pyroar in a matchup against Sun to get a 3-0 in game 1 and 4-0 in game 2 respectively, showcasing Pyroar's strength as a low tier fire type.
Yeah, I was
Um,
when I saw the kill feed, I was like, wait, let me what? 7?
Impressive showcase.
Yeah, that's a big
Um,
showing. Yeah,
Another
we all
honorable.
saw the
Oh yeah,
clef
yeah. Go.
key. Round and round it goes. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. Well, it chose wrong 4 times in a row. So
Yeah, hitting itself in confusion 4 times for over 50% damage is just absolutely hilarious.
hmm
Um,
and then
and then yeah,
the last one.
yeah, the last one is another tech from Oxowave utilizing his E tier ice type Avalugg, and he's using Iron Press set, which is not incredibly uncommon for Avalugg, but also getting using Red Card as an item so that he can get he can make one of his opponent's mons.
Up, he died. Well, when he returns, we will go through the recaps of the week, as I will get that set up here shortly. And by shortly, I mean right now. All right, let's look at the results first. Your tech was too heat, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I died.
He did die, yeah.
Yep,
He's
I
coming
died.
back. There he is. The
I'm
tech
here.
was too spicy. It killed you.
All right, you should bring me back whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, you are back. It just brought you back in.
Cool.
Everything should be fine. All right, here's the results this week. I want to point out a few matches, mostly the undefeated ones. So Sacramento Sandslash versus Turtle Club Torkoal was a battle of 2-0s. And Pat Mack and his Sandslash take that set 2-0. What other notable matches? The Blizzards, coached by Pedons, defeats the undefeated Stranger Danger 2-0
Yep.
in a very impressive matchup. And you remain undefeated still too in red. Go
Yep.
you! Look at that. As well as the
Yep.
proud
Me.
Palafins at the top of that, winning 2-0 over the Nuggets. In white, did we have any interesting matchups in white other than DJS and J? Two undefeateds, the Bell Tower Radiance and the Club America Melmetals, which is Lady Lilac and Depiz respectively, were both undefeated playing each other. And yeah, that's kind of about it there.
Yeah, that was a close match. That was definitely a contender for being our match of the week, but just liked the other one just a little bit more. So
Yep, now we go to the standings and we see the 3-0 teams that have kind of shot themselves forward. In red, we have Pat Mack in the Sandslash, you in the Sun Warriors, Furtbang and his Proud Palafins, all sitting at a cushy 3-0.
yeah, it's a good spot to be in an 8-week season. It really you can't let up. Obviously, if you let up, then you might miss out, especially with only 3 spots or 6 spots in playoffs. But
Mm-hmm.
3-0 is a really good start. Gives you a little bit of leeway. And yeah, a couple more wins, and you've already got a spot locked for playoffs, and you don't even have to worry about making a late season push. So, yeah, to me and all of my fellow 3-0 coaches right now, just keep pushing, and yeah, we'll be locks. We'll be locks for playoffs here soon. So
Mm-hmm. And for the white side, the Jubilee City Jirachis and Joshi Washi, Panda and his Baltimore Pangorials, Lilac and her Bell Tower Radiance, and Eggnite and his Eviolite EV Egnites are all sitting
yeah,
at 3-0 in white. So good job to all of them getting this far. And then the 2-1s are kind of stacking up for both sides. And it's going to be a battle to get those last couple spots, as it is only top 6 instead of top 8, which is a change that makes it a little more competitive for getting the spots. So, and it makes it way more worth it to get a top spot. So,
yeah, definitely important to.
so the coaches that are still 3-0, you got something to play for. You have a first round bye in what is the division of death. Premier Ball is not easy. This is the
No.
hardest division by far. So
Yeah, so just keep it up for all of the 2-1 coaches. Obviously, you are in a decent position to keep. You're on the right side of the 3 weeks. It can go south pretty quickly. You can keep pushing it and keep going up pretty quickly too. So, yeah. So for your 2-1 coaches, just gotta make sure to stay solid. And for the 1-2 coaches, you're one loss away from being in kind of a dangerous position. So you really need to kick it into high gear here. Um, and as for the 0-3 coaches, you basically this is like a do or die week. Gotta start getting some wins and yeah, hopefully turn the season around. Still have 5 weeks left, over half the season left to play. So by no means is anyone locked in or locked out of playoffs yet. That'll be for next week for us to talk about that. So
yeah, almost halfway there, halfway through this amazing season. It's kind of crazy that we're this far already. Feels like we started not too long ago. But anyways, yeah, so here are the current results, current standings, and yeah, let's head back to this final screen to close out the stream. This was a very telling week as we saw a bunch of these undefeated teams go down. We saw some undefeated teams play against each other, and we're starting to see these records really shape out of how these teams are. But what matters now is we got 5 more weeks to play. Anything can happen in those 5 weeks. You can go 0-3 to start and then finish with 5-0. You can start 3-0 and end 0-5. It's happened both ways. We've seen it happen plenty of times. This is why we play the games. We're kicking it up a notch. The spice level, we started at mild to begin the season. We're slowly hitting medium, and it's heating up.
Yeah, I really look forward to next week because that'll be the halfway point. I'll do another analysis of the teams, kind of another power rankings. I think I'll definitely look into doing that for week 4. But yeah, week 3 was really fun. Got to see, just like overall, there was only a couple of matches that I think were really match of the week material, and yeah, this was kind of an intense week. There were a lot of serious wins and a lot of serious losses. So yeah, week three was definitely a little bit of a doozy. So looking to see some fight in week 4, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out.
Yep, and for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to check in the description all of the links to the content creators featured in this episode of the recaps as well as the previous ones. I tried to put in all the links I could that I could find, Twitches and YouTubes. For those of you watching on Twitch Live, thank you guys for stopping in to join us for the celebration of this division, and looking forward to it for next week. Solnor, aka Chad, any closing words before we end this segment of the recaps?
Nope, just looking forward to next season, and as always, Premier Ball, Best Ball.
Damn right. Well, we all know the drill. My name's Spades, my co-host Solnor, and we are out.